Today I'm going to walk you through a full unboxing experience of a new HID Fargo Ink1000 printer. We're going to walk through installing a new ink cartridge, getting some cards in that printer, getting the driver set up, and going through that first card printing experience. So let's walk through what do you get when you buy a new Ink1000 printer. So inside the box we've got a power supply, we've got a USB cable to connect the printer directly to a computer, and we also have the power cords to go to that power supply for both US power as well as EU power. And then inside the box we have your new HID Fargo Ink1000 card printer. So your card printer is fairly straightforward. You've got your input hopper here to the left side of the card, to the card assembly path. You've got your output hopper here and a simple cover to be able to access the ink cartridge install and replacement path. On the bottom side of the printer, we have access to the power supply connection. We also have access to the USB connection as well. So we're going to go ahead and install our power supply. Since we're in the United States today, we're going to use the US power cord. So these power cords, they do come with a Velcro attachment on the power supply itself, as well as a Velcro attachment on the inside of the printer. And really this is to help conceal the power supply inside the printer to help free up desk space and not have this hanging out on the floor. So we're going to plug it in right here inside the printer. We're going to feed this power supply into the Velcroed area, stuffing the cord inside of there, and this is just going to hang outside here to the side as well. Next we're going to install the USB cord. Just a standard USB to printer connection cord. It's included in all of our HID Fargo Ink1000 printers. So you've got the smaller end that will connect inside the printer. Plug that in. Now you've got your cords hanging on the outside. You can flip your printer over. And there we go. All the cords are attached. So we're going to go ahead and attach the power to a standard US power supply. And one thing to note now, you've got your printer plugged in. We can turn it on here on the top. There's one button operation on this card printer. And so you've got, as I mentioned before, your card input hopper, as well as a side access door. So we've got it taped shut here, and this is kind of a reminder for anybody that's setting up their card printer. This door does need to be closed for operation. I'll show you what's inside. You can have a quick view of the card path itself. That's really where the card is coming in from the input hopper to the print platen. So if there was any kind of a jam or anything that may occur, you can access it right from here. We'll go ahead and close that door. So in the front of the printer, we're going to go ahead and we're going to add a stack of HID Ultra cards. These are just a PVC based card. We don't need to use anything special proprietary. So this is what we use here at HID. We certainly recommend you using the Ultra card products as well. But if you've got something else sold by your reseller, you can go ahead and include those. The input hopper does fit 100 cards, so we've got a 100 card stack here. We'll go ahead and include those or get those installed. You can close the front cover. Now you've got cards in the printer, and I'm going to walk you through how do we install an ink cartridge. So to do so, you'll simply open this front cover, top cover, pull it back like that, and you'll hold the power button for about a second. And you'll see the card print platen shuttle itself out. It presents that card ink cartridge receptor really nicely. And now you can go ahead and you can open your ink cartridge container. It does have a sealed container to help ensure that ink stays fresh. And once you have that open, you can see there is a fill date printed onto the card ink cartridge itself. And then we have a nice clip here that helps to protect the bottom side of the ink cartridge. So when we take that clip off, you can see on the bottom of the cartridge you've got a piece of tape that helps to seal up that ink dispersion set, location. And under here, this is your print head. So different than a traditional direct to card or retransfer printer that we offer today, this is your built-in print head. This printer doesn't have a print head installed by itself. So anytime if something were to happen and you damaged your print head and you have some print quality challenges, simply replace the ink cartridge and you get that whole new print head experience that you would previously have to have spent several $100s to get that replacement. So we're going to take that ink cartridge. We've got the print cartridge assembly presented here on the inside. Simply push it in, click it, and when you hear that audible click, you know that it's properly installed. And you can go ahead and close that cover. The printer itself is fully ready. We're ready to start printing cards, and now we can go ahead and we can install the print driver to enable that card printing process. All right, so I'm going to walk you through installing the printer driver for the HID Fargo Ink1000. It's a very simple process. I've got the driver downloaded. You'll go to our hidglobal.com website, download the driver for an HID Fargo Ink1000 card printer, and it goes through a very simple installation process, much like any home printer may use. So we're gonna come in here. It'll ask you if you want to install this card printer driver. Select yes. You can read through the end user license agreement. Ultimately, to install the driver, we do need to accept the license agreement, and then also click next. And at this point, it's going to ask if you would like to install the HID printer status monitor, also a nice feature that is offered with this print driver. I'm going to say yes on this one. Click next. And now it says we are ready to install it. Click next to continue. And so from this point forward, it's going to start installing this printer driver. Should just take a few seconds. Very simple and very commonly used installation package. Now at this point, it asks us to make sure the printer is turned on, and then we're going to go ahead and connect the USB to the laptop itself. As you can see with the blue light, the printer is turned on, so I'm going to go ahead and plug in the USB to my printer or my computer. And at this point, it is now communicating with your printer, finishing up the installation process, and it is complete. So it'll ask you if you'd like to reboot the printer after installation. I'm going to click no, and we're going to finish. So now the printer is installed, the driver is installed and ready to use. I'm going to go ahead and open up a simple PDF. I've got some printer images in here, some card images. We're going to select one. I like this one. It's got a nice green background. It shows some barcode, a photo, and we're going to go ahead and print that image. So when I go ahead and select print, bring in my Ink1000 card printer, select properties, and when I go into the properties, I can see I've got a couple different print modes. I'll show you right here. I've got a print mode that's orientated towards fast, so if you really want to make the cards quicker, a little bit lower density in the image quality, slightly less than from the premium mode. I'm going to go ahead and select premium. I really like those good looking cards. And then just save changes and exit. Come in here, I only want to print the current page, I want this one. So when it's finished printing, you're going to see the card eject into the output hopper here. I'll take it out and show you. Really, so what we can get with an Ink1000 that's a little differentiated than what's been available today in this price point is really that full card coverage. So you don't see any white edges on the top, what we call top of form or end of form. It's a really full card coverage. We've got very crisp black text and black barcodes. We've got a nice transition of the colors on the user's face and all the text printed on the card itself. So a really high quality card. It's fully dry and ready to use as soon as you take it out of the card printer. Has a little bit of above room temperature heat. That's very common and very normal as we do preheat the cards to allow that ink to really bite into the card itself. And here you go. You're ready to use that card. I appreciate you taking some time with us today to go through your full unboxing, installation, and setup procedure with your new HID Fargo Ink1000 card printer. We really think you're going to enjoy your new cards.